Hello, YouTube family. I hope you are all doing well. I'm excited to dive into this CEO mindset topic of working on your business, not just in it. So I'm going to wait for everyone to just kind of give me thumbs up of, yes, we've been wanting to hear about this topic. And really just, setting the tone of what I mean by that. So if you're watching this recording as it drops on Monday, the last Monday of January, woohoo, we've made it through January. If you're watching this recording and it's midway through the year, that's okay too. But I really wanted to give you a powerful training for tonight of diving into a mindset shift of you must be working on your business as much as you are in it. Like I get being able to be the sales director, the marketing director, the customer service rep, the networking, lead for your business. I honor and I understand that working in your business is a must for the business to thrive, for you to be able to get a pulse check of what's going on in the industry, how your business well-being is doing. But I'm going to just kind of move you a little bit over to the calendar must have time that's called CEO time is what, I delineate on my calendar where you are working on the business. You are not doing client calls. You are not doing email responses. You are not putting out fires. You genuinely are making sure that you are scaling your business with this CEO time. Because most of us just keep going around in a cyclical base of working in your business and serving clients and attracting clients, converting clients, retaining clients, repeat, versus let's work on strategic planning. Let's work on systems development. Let's work on, in the long run, what are we trying to build in this infrastructure so that you're building an actual tangible business. Okay. So right off the bat, I'll give you a personal story that I was the chief everything officer, as most of us are in starting our businesses. You're handling all the moving parts. I get it. We can keep doing business models like that, but let's be honest, it's exhausting and you usually are going to plateau. So most of my clients know how to work in your business pretty well, right? You're an expert in your field. That's why you got into the industry, is because you wanted to be of service. You are gifted in a certain way. And that is what you wanted to move your passion, your skill set in, and being able to meet a need of the community or the population that you serve. But maybe you never got the opportunity or ever been exposed to working on a business, creating a business structure so that in the next 2, 5, 15 years, this is something that we can rinse and repeat, not to detach from your business, but so that you can manage and grow and scale accordingly. So get pen to paper for tonight's training. I'm going to pull up a little note section here and make sure that we talk about the 5 areas of what it means to work on your business. Are you ready? Give me a thumbs up if you haven't subscribed yet. Would love to have you subscribe. As every week I talk about CEO skill sets like this. We talk about marketing. We talk about sales strategies. We talk about this golden piece of retention and follow-up. And most importantly, we talk about the entrepreneurial spirit, and the journey of that is really the number one personal development journey any of us could be on, is owning our own businesses. And I'm really, committed to 2025, making sure that I'm still allowing strategy to be shared in these trainings. Coaching clients are getting strategy, but also breaking down tactics, because I think it's very helpful to get to know the 30,000 view and see that differently. But I even know it's probably more helpful to hear real life examples, real life tactics. So that's just one more, outcome from tonight. So the first way that I want you thinking about working on your business is that you're analyzing data and market trends to inform your strategic decisions. Connie, what the heck does that mean? It means that you're taking the time to look at what other businesses similar to your industry are doing. Where are they showing up? What does their content look like? Is there opportunity at certain events that you've maybe never looked into? And more importantly, as a CEO for this first part, you're analyzing, is this the direction I want to go? Because what I find is a lot of my clients are working in their business as Their business is Innovation LLC. They're always constantly innovating versus strategically stepping back and going, do I even want to go that direction in that market, right? Like maybe you have 2 to 5 products or services that you're just like, this is our jam. Like we are so good at this. I just need to do market expansion. Okay. But most of the time we feel this pressure, or we saw this training, or you saw something on social media, or you saw something in, an association you belong to. And I want you to pause and go, your business is not Innovation LLC. Okay. Your business is fill in the blank. So this gives you time, when I say work on your business, to analyze opportunities and see where there would be diminishing returns, and probably not in your best interest to build that out so that you can make strategic decisions moving forward. Okay. Second is developing and refining a system and a process. You will find out, because of the practices and the times of interacting with clients, where you keep bottlenecking some part of your business. You know those right now. To be honest with you, take the pen and paper, get out of your head onto paper, and write down the 4 ways that you know that system is clunky, or it's potentially not even built out, or that we haven't ever built out this process. And so I don't know, when so-and-so says, yes, I would like to work with you on that specific project, you haven't thought through what your process is going to be, right? So maybe I like to kind of think about my CEO time as this. Am I going to, for number 2, am I going to focus on refining a system, whether it be like a technical part of my business model, or am I going to work on the process, just the A to B to C to D to, close out? Okay. So that may be another part. Instead of you thinking about it, taking action and building those out, developing them to completion. Okay. Third area. Oh, this is so good, is building and nurturing your team around you. So if you are a solopreneur, but you have a contract employee that helps you with marketing or social media, or maybe some administrative tasks, or you have a virtual assistant, maybe you do have 2 to 3 people on your team. Maybe you have 50 people on your team. A third way you use your CEO time of working on your business is, what is your plan to develop that team? How are you nurturing their skill sets in the long run to support where the business needs to go? Because no matter who you hire, a part-time VA, a full-time VA, an executive assistant, a full-time salesperson, I mean, it doesn't matter the title, okay? A marketing agency, you first have to know what's the scope and what will actual success look like by hiring this person. And if you've already hired without thinking that through, that's okay. You can start getting that plan together. But I always encourage, before you go and hire or outsource any moving part in your business, you've got to work on, okay, so what does that job description actually look like? What is the time? Where are the funds coming from to fully fund that position for 3 to 4 months, that you're not wavering on, I got to try it for 2 weeks and I still don't know. So building and nurturing your leadership team and your, delegation team takes so much time that we usually don't put on the calendar. So that may be a place where you're at in your business model, that out of 1, 2, or 3, you might go, 3 is where I'm at, Connie. Okay. Number 4 is creating a scalable business model. So what I mean by this, of working on your business, is looking at your availability and where do you tap out. So if you see clients, or you do group coaching, or you do retreats, or you do fill in the blank content time, at some point there is a tap out moment. Is it 44 clients? Is it 16 appointments? You may be capped because you're in a brick and mortar concept, that you only get that suite, that office, that fill in the blank, 10 days out of the month. But you need to know where your 100% capacity is. Okay. So number 4 is, when will we know we're at 100%? Answer that question may take you a couple months of working on your business, right? So I know for me, where I have capacity to do marketing at X amount of hours a month, X amount of clients to interact with, X amount of networking and workshops to do, I know my percentages and my complete scale out when I have tapped out at 100%. I like to usually stay in that 70, 80% of capacity. for a couple months. And then I may choose for 1 month, one part of the business model, be at 100% capacity so that I can scale that. I can make those systems more robust. I can make that process better, and then maybe turn that down in the business model. But notice how I'm talking about it as if it is its own living, breathing model, because it is. You get to choose when to turn that on or turn that off, when to make that available, when to, slow that down. And I don't care what service-based business you are in, you are actually in the opportunity to create that. Okay. So number 4 out of 5 is, I'd say, later in your process. If you're earlier in your entrepreneurial journey, you're probably still figuring that out, to be honest with you. It was like, I don't know how many clients I could see a day. I don't know how many group sessions I could see a day. I don't know how many sales calls I can do in a month. But if you don't know some of those cadencing now, I'm telling you, like, getting to know the flow of that, where you're like, that quantity is where I know I've scaled my business to a place that I can hold for 6 months. I can hold for 2 years. Okay. And then last but not least, something so close to my heart is your CEO time of working on your business is strategically planning for future growth, not just for the future. Key on this. You are knowing what you need to start saying no to, because it is not growing your business. We do not do enough review. We do not do enough post, action, whether you've been doing business for last 6 months or, 6 years, where you're strategically planning to say, I'm going to commit to these 3 initiatives because these other 2 have not actually led to any growth. They may be flatlining you, they may be okay, but there may be some other avenues you need to really turn up, okay? And sometimes it's those marketing dollars, it's that marketing time, it's techniques, it's workshops that you do that you're like, that actually grows my business. Well, why aren't we rinsing and repeating those? Okay. So number 5, tie it up in a nice little bow for tonight's training, is you are strategically planning in the CEO working on your business is your growth model. I'm going to grow these 2 workshops. I'm going to grow to 2 retreats to 3 retreats next year. I'm going to grow to do these, 6 partnerships. I'm going to grow these to be 10 partnerships. You have the opportunity to scale strategically in the areas that you can say, I need to close some of these projects or some of these programs or some of these content pieces that don't serve us well for growth. Okay. And it takes a wonderful ability for you to sit in that and go, but that was the signature thing. But I've been known for that. But the data won't lie. You'll be able to say, but this is actually what's growing the business. Okay. So the key to all of this is blocking out time called CEO activities. Okay. And I've been pretty clear on what those 5 things can be. I wouldn't recommend doing all 5 of them in one session. I don't think that's going to serve you well. I think you need to do some deep work, one session at a time. And maybe you just start with 2 hours a week. And maybe that is where you turn off the phone, you turn off notifications, and you purely work on strategic growth. Okay. I'm going to leave you with this, that every minute you spend working on your business multiplies, compounds the effectiveness that when you are spending time in it. Let me say it one more time. Every minute you spend working on your business will multiply, will compound the effectiveness of the time you spend working in it. So put in the comment section from tonight's training, what was your greatest takeaway out of those 5 working on your business opportunities? What's the one you're going to take an action step on? And again, I look forward to next week doing an additional training for you. And if you enjoyed tonight's video and you have a colleague or someone you network with that this would be a fruitful training for them to see, or for one of your networking groups to see, feel free to take this link and share it as needed. All right. Thank you so much. We dove right into tonight's training, and I hope that it was fruitful, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.